might be a great big one, dude. Oh yeah. Get in here. How about it, Bog? Nice 5 pounder, boys. Oh, we gotta get off this though. Look up, Bog. We gotta drop our power poles real quick. Yeah, she came from there, right there. That was awesome, dude. Bog, so you're saying there's something in the live well, like right there? My dog knows when I have a fish in the well, dude. Bros and broettes, welcome to Mikey Balls Fishing. This is so dirty when it gets cold, because this is what happens. Let me get her back, and we're gonna talk about what we're doing today, guys. Oh, you are so dirty. Goodbye. It's a beautiful day out here on Lake Guntersville, but maybe not if you don't like cold weather, because I think it was like 31 this morning, dude. It's probably like 45 now, a scalding 45. There's this cool window, and I think we talked about bite windows. There's this small sliver of a window right before winter totally comes in, freezes out all the grass, washes it all away, and everybody's already kind of throwing A-rigs, you know? They're fishing bridges, fishing square bills. They're in that winter mode, and Balls is here dobbing his dobster into the dobbing goo, dude. That shit put the grin on my face. And what's really cool is it's kind of easy. Like, I don't want to be like too like over the top about it, but what's interesting is a lot of the crabgrass dies, and what you end up with is the best hydrilla on the hardest spots, like the best portions. Like this whole thing was all hydrilla like 2-3 weeks ago, like all covered up, and then all of a sudden this is all that's left, and you end up with like chopped grass goo mixed with hydrilla, and it basically tells you exactly where you need to go to flip. So you're like OG gangsta balls. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna put the big stick to it, hit that like and subscribe button. I got Mr. Bog with me. Got him an R2D2 sweatshirt, but it's under his life jacket. Let's dob. Oh, punch the camera. George, you caught another great pig after I punched the camera like a junk monkey. Oh, did he eat it, George? Bro, he ate it way good. He fumbled around with it. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do that. That's another 4-pounder. How about it, George? Camera punch and all, buddy. All right, let's get her back. Oh, that was cool. Just rigging up like it's a BB cricket. You guys have seen it a million times. I don't need to explain it, but less is more. Giant front went through. It's cold, and I don't want this thing to move. All I want it to do is dart down into the mat, and then I pump it up kind of to the top of the mat, and then we move on. Just a 1.5, and I got a 1 1/4 7'11" Halo TI, and then I got an XD3 7.6 heavy. Not too heavy. Don't like that extra heavy. I gotta side hook him, dude. A little better one. Yeah, that's a good one. Dude, I had to like set the hook on the side because they won't hold the bait long enough. That's another 4-pounder. He's got a little friend down there. He was eating brim down in there, dude. You see that? See the little tail? Every once in a while down on Okeechobee that would happen. It's another nice 3.5, 4-pounder, dude. Like there's a bunch of fish under this one mat, which is not normal, and I keep missing them. And like the moment I give them weight, when I got second in a BFL, that happened. You couldn't let the fish feel the weight, and if you did, they dropped the bait. They were super touchy, and that's what this is kind of seeming like. You gotta put it on another bait. You got baits everywhere, dude. So a lot of you guys asked on, I think it was my Instagram video actually, so this BB cricket, what color is it? This is a color I absolutely love in Florida. It's sort of like half June bug, you know, your classic June bug, and then the other side is like green pumpkin, and here's the big kicker, it has a bunch of gold fleck in it. I'm not a big color guy, but there's something about like Okeechobee, Guntersville, like these lakes that are very fertile, I guess you could say, and it's gold rush, dude. That gold fleck absolutely stands off. So I'm gonna put on a new bait and see if we can't pull another one out of this mat, because I haven't moved in about, I don't know, 20 minutes. I've gotten like freaking 7 bites, so that means keep doing what you're doing. He had it the whole time, dude. That's another great big one. Get in here. Dude, I couldn't get through. And the reason I couldn't get through is because old Josiah was freaking holding on to my bait, dude. It's a really nice 4 pound. Dude, we got like freaking 19 pounds, bro. How about it? We done found a magic mat, and it is not very big.
How about it, Donkey Wonky son? Right.
I don't even know what to say to that. So I pitched it in, and I thought I didn't get through. This mat is magical, dude. And I went to drop my power poles and then kind of pull the bait out and make another pitch. And I'm like, man, that's moving, bro. And dude, it was another 4 pounder, just holding on to it. Like I didn't even like have my spool practically closed. But what we kind of stumbled upon is what you gotta call a magic mat. This thing is maybe 25 feet, 30 feet wide in a circle. It looks like garbage, but it's the only thing out here, dude. There's no doubt there's more in there. I gotta get all the loops out of my line. That was the weirdest freaking bite, dude. The weirdest bite. Whoa. Whoa. Stay on there. Whoa. Whoa. Stay on. That was a giant, dude. And I was just talking about a 9 pounder. Oh, God, that hurts, dude. Magic Mat has them, but Mike can't close the freaking deal. That was beyond a 6. That was a 6 to 8 pound fish. I could do nothing. He freaking smoked it. Fuck. Like I said, this is really stupid fishing. Like, you see something, you fish it. So there's an isolated clump right there. There's a couple we just punched right there. But this whole flat was covered in hydrilla like 2-3 weeks ago, and a lot of the grass was washed away or either died. So you basically just pick out these clumps and you go fish them. You don't glue to any. You're gonna get, if you get a bite, you're gonna get like maybe 1 or 2 bites depending on the size of it. But the trick is, like, this is not a 2-3 day derby kind of setup. This is something where it's run and gun. You want to try to pull on a big one. You're fishing isolated targets, which is a huge key with bigger fish, but it's set up super easy. You don't have to know grass. You don't have to be a mat guru to do this deal. You see a clump, you fish a clump. Fish. It's another 5 pounder. I don't even know how I hooked that fish, bro. I have no idea how I hooked it. Like my reel got screwed up and he was swimming with it and he never let it go. For all the fish that keep letting it go, dude. Look how broad that thing is. That is awesome. There are literally 3 fish that I have had on since I moved to Guntersville that I want back, and that was the 3rd, dude. That thing was an absolute giant. I hooked it, dude, when it ate, it was like dong all the way through the rod, and I had her on, she darted, and I just couldn't do anything. I've had some fish on down in Florida like that, dude, where they're just uncontrollable. They're such powerful fish, and I think the harder you hit them, and especially when they're in this thick cover, I think they're just angry, bro. So they get on high octane and they just bolt around. But the breakdown kind of the setup real quick as we wrap this thing up. This is a Halo 711 Ti. It's the heavy. And then I have a 7.6 XD3. That's also a heavy. It's really key. Most of these bites today were very hard to feel. A lot of times the rod just starts bending. You don't even feel the bite. You don't even know they're there. Or you're kind of pumping the bait and you let the rod load up because one kind of sucked it under because he's suspended under the mat. But it's really important not to overpower your rod when it comes to these fish. I've always been like a lighter rod guy. I still can get them out and halfway control them. You know, at least not when they're like 8 to 9 pounds and absolute giants. But
you know, having that extra sensitivity and a little bit more tip really allows you to kind of feel those bites and control those fish and pin them, because that's the best option. Like if you got an absolute giant on, like pulling him out of the mat, not so good, but pinning him under the mat so he can't do anything, yay, you'll probably win. But I did not win today. Other keys to the setup, obviously a straight shank hook. This is a hack attack hook. It's just a little 3/0. Our presentation was a Gambler BB Cricket. That's just that gold rush color with that gold flake, June bug, and green pumpkin. 1.5 ounce tungsten. One of the keys to this setup is actually the braid that I'm fishing. It's this stuff right here. It's Daiwa Samurai braid. I'll put links to all this stuff at Tackle Warehouse and Monster Bass, so you guys can go check it out. But the trick with the Samurai braid is it's a little waxier. It's one of those like fusion type braids. If you're fishing around wood, hard objects, hard emergent cover, it's a no-no. Don't use it. You'll literally break it and you'll hate me and never watch another video. But if you're fishing around hydrilla, milfoil, your submergent, softer grasses, it's extremely quiet. And a lot of the yo-yoing in that we were doing today, I don't think it would have been as successful if I was running just straight Power Pro, because it has those ridges, makes a lot of sound when you're pumping the bait up and down. But absolutely kind of a fun way to fish. You can pick your targets. It's super obvious. Any clump of grass that sticks out or it's just under the water, there isn't that much of it, so you really have to run around and look for it. But you can find a couple stretches with a couple clumps that are absolute fire, and these fish like it when it gets cold. I almost wish it was here all winter, because they tuck into it. It's a nice sort of quilt or cover for them that they can hide from some of that cold. The bait stacks in it. It's just everything good about fishing, dude. And the bites are fun, man. You can hook some absolute giants, kind of like what we had a shot at today. But it's one of my favorite ways to fish and a great way to catch your PB if you're like chasing it. And not a lot of guys do it this time of year. They're like, the grass is done. I'm going to go throw a jerk bait, a square bill. You know, I'm done flipping. I'm done doing that kind of stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like and subscribe button for me. Bog, what do you say, Bog? You wanna go back? Oh, wake up, Bog. You gotta say bye to everybody. Me and Bog are gonna go back to the ramp and go hang out with Swimsuit Girl, enjoy a nice dinner. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.